Alright, we made it to part 3. So this is where everything comes together. This is not a real math intensive bit, but it's very satisfying to see the whole checkerboard come together. So what we're doing right now is basically we're going to use the checkerboard program that we developed in part 2, and we're going to pull in the spiraling bit from part 1 to make these little spirals in each square. So step 1, or question number 1 for our preparation part says, one of our requirements is that the values of n, k, and q are to be supplied by the user. How will we add that feature? So, and that's right here in the original problem, exercise 1.2 from the book. It says your program should accept the values n, k, and q as arguments. So let's look at how we do that. And actually, I'm going to take an example from the Java tutorials on command line arguments, showing us how to work with those. And this is a very simple example. Basically what it does is, so the way that arguments are received in Java is as parameters to your main method. Okay, so when the user passes in, and we'll talk about that in a second, when the user passes in arguments, they get read as they're seen as an array of strings. Okay, and then we just go, in this example, we're just looping through that list of arguments. So the name of the array of strings is args, and that's standard. That's what people generally use for in the main method. And so what we're doing here, but again, that's a variable name, so you could call that anything you want, but usually people put args there. And then you're just looping through and saying, for string s in args, system.out.println s. This is a little bit of a different for loop than we've seen so far. But all it's doing is it's saying for every single arg, or for every single string in the args array, put that string, put one at a time. We're loading up this variable s with that arg, and then we're operating on that, on what that argument is. Okay, so now so the thing is, we're going to have to run it a little bit differently. If we run it the way we've usually been running things with just the regular run file, it's just going to run straight through because it didn't see any args. We have to have a way of passing it the args. So the way we do that in NetBeans is under here where it says run. First we need to probably set the main project to echo. That's the one we're working on. And where it says set project configuration customize, then right here it says arguments. We can set the arguments. And so for example, we could have the arguments drink hot Java, and just copy those. This looks a little different. I'm going to talk about what's going on there in a minute, but I'm just going to paste in those 3 arguments at this point. So these are our arguments. We don't need a working directory or anything like that, so I'm just going to say OK. And now I'm going to run it out of here, or I'll probably click that thing too, but I'll just say run main project, because now it's that echo project there. And look at that, it says drink hot Java. Sweet. If you look at the tutorial, they show this Java echo drink hot Java thing. And what that's about is that's how you would enter that in a terminal. So I'll just show you. You don't have to do this, but just people might be curious about it. Whatever terminal you like, and you have to have it set up again. If you've installed Java already, which you needed to do for the for NetBeans and all that, you probably won't have problems with this. But if you have any problems, just shoot me an email and I'll help you set up if you want to do this. So what I'm going to do is find the directory where I have that Java file, and then I'm going to compile it and run it. So the Java file, that's that echo file, and I have those in, let's see, documents, NetBeans projects, echo. Okay, and I'm going to go into my source files, and there's my echo.java. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change to the directory that has that guy. So I'm saying CD for change directory. However you change directory. So I'm using Cygwin on my PC. On a Mac, you'll have something similar because Cygwin's kind of Unixy. But however you do this on the you have a different terminal for Windows. It would be a similar idea. So I'm saying CD. So notice I just dragged the folder that I wanted to change to, that I want to move to, and I'm changing to that directory. So now, if I do ls to list it out, or dir, whatever you need to do for your particular terminal, it's right there, echo Java. So now I can say to compile this file, which it's NetBeans compiles it already. So if you look in NetBeans under the build, you'll see classes, and it says echo.class. But I'm doing it. I want to do it from here, just to show you the whole process from a terminal. So the way you compile stuff from a terminal is you say javac echo.java. And then I'm going to say Java echo, because I have to give the name of what I'm I have to give the name of the class that I want to run, and then I'm going to say drink hot Java, and those are going to be my args. Okay, so drink hot Java, yoink, and it prints them out. Drink hot Java. Okay, so you can you can compile and run Java files. Any of the Java files that we've done in NetBeans, you can compile and run this way. Okay, but the point is that we're going to need to set up our eventual class that draws the grid to accept arguments in this way. So it's going to have. So we're going to have to look at what's in string, what's in this array of arguments, and they'll all be strings. So I'll have to convert them as necessary, and that's what we'll use to figure out what our N, K, and Q are.